Hi, everybody. Sorry this is late coming out, but it's been a really crazy, hectic time. I went on vacation. I had my son's birthday. Then we had bike weekend. We had Jeep weekend. So there was a lot of things going on. But I have the September clubs of the month. And you might have saw the TikTok I uploaded with these cute owl wax bead mix or owl wax stamp, and it is the must-have wax bead kit, where you're going to get 4 colors. You're going to get silver, gold, white, and black. So this is perfect to have in your staple collection. And remember, you get 100 beads, so you're getting a lot here. WS115 is the order number. But look at how cute these wax seals came out with the owl. And this one, we used a little bit of antique gold mixed in, but this is so cute. He's so adorable. And then of course you can use your metallic pen and color over it. So that's already done. I wanted to show you guys that. Okay, Glimmer of the month. I've also started the Glimmer of the month is this beautiful, I would say like weave texture, burlap background. I think this is going to be a really good staple to have in your collection. And you're going to get some copper foil, which is great because we have fall here, and 2 sentiments. Now the sentiments say, boo to you, sweet soul, and stay cozy and spooky. And originally I was thinking about using the Simon Hurley ghosts with this, but then I had another idea. So I have hot foiled it on some Dune cardstock from Spellbinders, and it's got a little bit of a rustic look. That's okay. I'm not really worried about that. Hot foil is a little tricky when it comes to not white paper, but I have these leaves that I was going to put on here, so that'll cover up my little bald spot there. And these are the Falling Leaves etch dies from Kelly Bangs. I showed these like a month ago, so these are the perfect size. And then the sentiment I want to use is actually going to come out of the Better Press. It says, sending autumn cheer. So this is the Better Press of the month. The other sentiment is, this is me thanking you. So we'll do this in just a second, but let's put this together. And then we'll put our sentiment on there. So this is really easy to do. And actually, I'm going to cut this down a little bit so there's a little bit of a border. So what's new with you guys? I know you are missing Stamp Wars. It's coming up next Saturday, I think, the 27th, I want to say. Let me check my calendar here. Yeah, not this Saturday. Next Saturday, the 27th, is Stamp Wars. So make sure you tune in for that. Tracy is hosting. I'm going to cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4. All right, now this should have a little bit of a border. That looks good. Using my Spellbinders adhesive. And put my little leaves and acorn on here. Turn this one this way. Okay, and then perfect to put the sentiment on there. So that's ready to go. And let's get our Better Press out. I have some Better Press card panels here. I've already cut down to 5.5 by 4.25. And again, here you can see the Better Press plate. It's almost like a patchwork look, and then it has this hexagon die to cut them out, so that's super cute. And then the 3D embossing folder is actually square patches, so this is cute as well. I'll show you guys that in just a second. But let's get our Better Press out. And again, if you are new to Spellbinders, you have to wait until the 6th to sign up. I know it's past that, but for next month, you'll want to keep that in mind. And if you currently are a club member, you will be able to sign up for any additional clubs on the 1st. And if you are a club member, you get a slight discount and an early advantage on any new releases that come out. And the new releases generally come out on the 10th. There are a couple of exceptions, but usually on the 10th is when the new releases come out. So if you are a club member, you get a little bit of a discount and you're able to go and do some early shopping with some of the more popular things that they think are going to sell out. So it is worth being a club member. First of all, you get some, once these are released, they're special editions too. So you can't go back and buy them once they're released. Like, it is what it is. So every once in a while, they'll have some extras that they'll put on the website as, hey, here's an extra one. But usually, it is what it is. I'm going to do both of these sentiments at the same time. Oh, this is me thanking you. I think I said thinking of you. Thanking you. Okay. And I'm going to use some rustic brown ink, Better Press ink. And just crank that through our platinum. Easy peasy. And there they are. Sending autumn cheer. This is me thanking you. And we're going to cut those out then. Let me... I just use some stamp cleaner and wipe these down then. And let's do the background. Remember, you can also hot foil these plates. So that would look really pretty hot foiled too, I bet. All right, I'm going to go in with some autumn colors here. I'm going to use clay. Of course, you could take your time and go in and make everything all nice and neat. I'm not going to do that. Some saffron. Have a little speck of thread. There we go. Let's do some pine. and a little bit of that rustic brown. Okay, I think we have some nice fall colors there. Nope, missed a spot. There's ink everywhere else, so we should be okay. Very cool. Very nice. Love that. Looks very modern art. Okay. So we just need to cut our 2 sentiments out. Before we do that, I'm going to do the 3D background with the embossing folder. And again, it has that hexagon die, so you can cut any of these out too. And over here. Okay. And for the 3D embossing folder, we need A plate and D plate. And I'm going to use another piece of that Dune cardstock. And spray that with water. Where is my misting spray? It's not in front of me. Where could it be? Got it. I'm just gonna spray that off camera here. Just a quick mist. Then we have our A plate, our embossing folder, and our D plate. And there you can see that. Very highly textured, very like quilt looking, very cool. All right, so we're gonna put that aside and we're gonna die cut those sentiments. Oh, actually there's no die. We're just going to trim them with our paper trimmer. Oh, bless me. Okay. All right, I'm going to cut this one down. So this one should be 5.5 by 4.25. Yes. So I'm going to cut this one down to, actually, I'm going to go diagonal with this so I can make 2 cards out of it. There we go. And I'm just going to cut a little bit off of each edge here, just so we have a little bit of a border. That looks really cute. Okay, let's tack that down. This fishtail bannering this corner. And my card is a little big, so I'm just going to trim the top here. Perfect. That one is done. I think we'll add the owl to that one. And then we want to add the sentiment to this one, which is going to be perfect. Just like that. I'm going to glue it and then snip it. Perfect. Perfect. So we use the 3D embossing folder of the month, the Glimmer of the month, wax seal of the month, better press of the month, adhesive, which is now stuck on my desk, which I'll have to get up in a second. There we go. Yeah, if we didn't have to clean up, we could make more cards. All right, and then I think on this one, we'll put the owl. Oh, adorable. And for him, I used liquid glue. Or not, when the glue is clogged. And there we go. Adorable set. And then I brought in the leaves from Kelly Bangs. Again, it's called Falling Leaves Etch Dies. I'll show you everything here in just a second. Okay, so here is Glimmer of the Month, which again is going to give you this burlap weave looking background, if I could pick it up. And drop it. Okay, I think that's going to be really cool for all time of the year. And then the 2 sentiments say, stay cozy and spooky and boo to you, sweet soul. So you get that with the Glimmer of the Month as well as the copper foil. Okay, wax seal of the month, again an oval owl, and the must-have wax bead mix, which is silver, gold, white, and black, which creates this adorable owl. I'll probably cut this one out and then redo the background. But he is super cute. Okay, and the 3D embossing folder, you can see, is this patchwork kind of look, which gives a lot of texture. And then the better press of the month is this patch, hexagon patch background, and this die to cut that out, which you could pop up then, and then the 2 sentiments, which we used on this card, on the 2 cards, and then again brought in Falling Leaves Etch Dies by Kelly Bangs. So that made that Glimmer of the Month and better press of the month. That one came out adorable. And this one, this is me thanking you. Very simple but fun, because you have that 3D embossing folder background, you have the better press, and we have the wax seal. All right, so if you guys are interested in any of these products, I will put the links down below. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me, and I look forward to catching you on the next video. Bye, guys.